this is John Patrick Hickey. We're talking about success. What it is, what it isn't, what it means to you to be a successful person. And we specifically were talking about power and influence. What it means to be powerful, what it means to be influential. And we talked about the dangers of power in our last video, that looking for power, or trying to have power over other people, can be a very destructive and dangerous thing. And I want to talk to you right now about influence. What does it mean to be a person of influence? You see, influence is something that is far more gentle than power. Influence is something that helps lead people. It doesn't push them. Power pushes people. Power is a bully. Influence leads people. Influence is an encourager. Influence takes people along. It doesn't push them. It takes them along with them. It helps people to be the best that they can be. And we first have to influence ourselves, or take in the influences that we can have from other people. Now, I am always looking for sources to help me to understand how best to lead my life, what it is to help me develop the character that I want in my life, and to be the person who God has created me to be. Now, when we're talking about goals, a goal is something that you do have like in a completion date. You know, you have some day that you're going to see it complete. When you're talking about becoming the person God created you to be, there is no completion date. Well, I guess there is, and that's the day that you leave this earth, you leave this shell, and you go to be with Him. Then it's complete. Then all the work's done. There's nothing else to do. But what we need to do is to understand that being that person, other people can influence that process, because you're always learning. That's the first resource I always go to, is the Word of God. That every day I'm constantly, and before I do my devotional readings, I make sure that I pray and I ask God to open up my eyes, to open my mind and my heart, to help me to understand what it is that I need to learn from reading His Word. I will do this for the rest of my life. And I'm always going to learn something. I'm always going to be able to develop. But I also read a lot of other books. There's a lot of other people who can help influence me in doing what I need to do in order to achieve the goals that I need to achieve to become everything that I'm supposed to be. Now, by learning that, I can in turn help other people. I can in turn give that same advice, information, influence on other people in order to help them become their best. When they become their best, they help other people become their best. Therefore, you're helping your community. You're helping your world in order to become good. You see, we have to be constantly working on being the best that we can be to help others be the best that they can be. Influence is all about encouragement. Influence is all about offering and leading people into something better than what there is. And it's never self-centered. It's never to your advantage. It's never something that you do that is going to make you more powerful or more wealth or more anything. It's something that you're doing in order to help other people. Again, going back to that Ziegler quote that I shared with you, it's important that you know that the more people you help, the more you're helping yourself. That the more that you give, the more that you see other people get what they want out of life, the more you're going to get what you want out of life. And that has nothing to do with the material things. It has everything to do with influencing others to be good, being an example. Being an example is so important. It is so important that you understand other people are watching you. Other people are, even though they may say that they're not listening to you, believe me, they are watching you. And how you lead your life is going to influence other people. Thomas Carlyle, the Scottish philosopher, said that, make yourself a good man, because at least you'll know that there's one less scoundrel in the world. And that's true. That if you make yourself a good person, if you make yourself a person who does the right thing because it's the right thing, then you'll know that at least one less person doing wrong is in the world. And if you help somebody else, then that's one less person, and they're going to help somebody. And it just multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. That is true influence. Influence constantly multiplies. It's constantly going out and touching other lives. It's constantly doing good. It's like the ripple in the water, that when you get your life in order, when you know what it is to be the successful life that you want, it's going to ripple out into an effect that's going to touch other people. Now, I want to touch on another very important part of the whole success myth, if you want to say, and that is the idea of fame, of everybody knowing who you are. That's a great attraction to many people, and that will be the topic of our next video. This is John Patrick Hickey for the Growth Center, and I do want to encourage you to always live your purpose and change your world.